We got about 2 or 3 more minutes if you want to take advantage of it. If you knew how much you paid me per minute, you wouldn't waste a minute.
My whole purpose of coming tonight, over listening to whatever subjects you might have covered, was I really want to congratulate you on digging in like a pit bull on this Project Gun Runner situation with the BATFE.
Well, have you been following that?
Oh, closely. I'm an FFL holder.
Yeah.
So anything you might update on that, or maybe half these 3/4 of these people don't even know what it's about. I don't know, but
Well, our alcohol, tobacco, and firearms is a division of justice, and that's where you get a license if you want to be a gun dealer and things like that. And I suppose they keep gun records. But anyway, they're involved in a process of keeping guns from going across the border to Mexico to be used by cartels. So somebody had this grand scheme, probably more than a year ago, that we're going to allow guns to be sold to straw people, straw men.
fake buyers.
Yeah. And then we're going to hopefully take the serial numbers of those guns and we're going to follow them over, and eventually we're going to get some drug kingpin and cartel leader arrested. Follow the guns and you get the big people. Well, there were a lot of people down in at the grassroots level of the organization were sending letters up to people higher up that ain't going to work and something bad's going to happen as a result of it. And the prophecy came out because one of these guns killed a border patrol person. And well, then how I get involved is these guys didn't get any attention from people above them. So then under the whistleblower protection laws, they come to Congress. And it's kind of exposed. And then you, in my oversight capacity, you ask for information. You don't get any answers because it's going to be embarrassing to them. So we get a lot of documents and communications over the transit. And you know, they send us letters saying, well, it's working and all that stuff, you know. And then so you have to ask the question, well, if everything's okay, then how come you don't give us the documentation? And we send them documents that refute everything they say, that we get clandestinely, you know. And so now where are we? They haven't withdrawn. They're doing that. We don't think they're doing it after we've exposed this, but they could still be doing it because we can't keep track of everything. But the ambassador to Mexico, our ambassador to Mexico, resigns because the president gets wind of this, and we didn't tell him about the gun running sort of project we had going. So he's embarrassed. I suppose I helped embarrass our government and gave him some ammunition because I was interviewed on Mexican television. They said, well, what do you think about this fact that our government doesn't know anything about it? I said simply, you know, since we're supposed to be cooperating with you, we should have told you about it. You know, so our government's, in a sense, I didn't say our government was their fault, but that's the implication.
So that was on TV tonight.
What?
That was on TV tonight, about the same deal you're talking about.
Oh, was that right?
Yeah.
Well, what was that?
Well, I mentioned about the ambassador resigning.
Oh, over that?
Over that same
Yeah.
deal,
Yeah.
on Channel 6.
Also, I think the ambassador resigned because he was dating the daughter of a member of Congress down there that was very close to the drug cartels. I think another embarrassing thing for our government, you know.
That didn't tell that, but
Well, Wayne LaPierre, the executive director of the National Rifle Association, and a lot of the others, including some mainstream media, are taking it a whole nother step further. And that's who I want you to dig, hopefully, and find out who hatched this erroneous scheme. But what they're saying is that it never was the intention of whoever instituted this at the White House or Justice Department and down to BATFE to carry it out, that the whole intent was to beef up the claims that all these guns were going to Mexico from the U.S. when they really weren't. And that was the original, only real purpose, not the stated purpose of trying to follow these drugs or these guns to drug cartels. Because the way I understand from the reading I've done is that they weren't even tracking them properly and didn't even know where a lot of them were ending up once they crossed the border, or even left the gun shops where the straw buyers had bought them.
Well, I'll be glad to.
This needs exposed. I think this could be bigger than Watergate when it comes to the White House and the Justice Department.
Yeah.
Find somebody that put the heat on enough and make them squeal, just like they did Ehrlichman and the rest of them.